live. What's up, gentlemen?
What's up?
All right. It's great to have you guys here. Brent Cole from Compass back again. Cooper McLaughlin, Flagstar.
Nice to be back.
Yeah, it's great to have you guys here. I mean, we did the segment last time where we showcased 5 hot properties that all qualify for a very special financing program, Cooper.
Yeah.
100% financing. Tell us about that program.
It is. So for a subset of professionals, we have a program that allows for 100% financing up to a purchase price of $850,000. So the qualifying professions would be attorney, CPA, doctor, dentist, nurse practitioner, veterinarian, and a pilot as well, airline pilots.
Nice.
So if you do fall within one of those professions, you're able to qualify for this zero down financing. And it's zero down up to $850, 5% down up to $1 million, and then 10% down up to $1.5 million.
That's
no
awesome.
MI, great rates.
And so all these properties we're going to look at today, hot homes, and they qualify. They're under that 850
They are.
range.
Yep.
So if you're in one of those professions, you could get these 100% financed, which is terrific. And we're going to show details on the financing after each property that specifically correlates to that property, so you can get an idea like, hey, okay, house looks great, but how much would it cost me each month?
Yeah, can I afford this?
To buy it, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
Brent, let's start with let's just dive right in here to India Street. So 1501 India Street. This is your listing.
This is my listing. Not all of these are. In fact, this is the only one that is. This is 1501 India Street, and this is a top floor penthouse loft floor plan. Open concept with 20-foot ceilings.
Look at that.
Really beautiful, actually. It's in probably the hottest neighborhood in all of downtown. So when you go inside this one, it's very surprising because it's about 1,050 square foot, but the way it's laid out and the high volume ceilings, it feels much bigger.
It looks like a 2,500 square foot house right there.
I know.
Now this is in Little Italy, but not just in Little Italy, in the heart.
In the heart of Little
Italy.
It's actually, when you are on India Street, the iconic corridor there where all the restaurants are, it's the building with the fountain in the front.
Yeah,
So you
the big
walk,
fountain.
you go down your elevator from the 6th floor. This is a top floor. It's a 6-story building, kind of lower density. So there's only about 75 condos in this whole complex, but it's a different type of living than being in a high-rise building with over 200 units. So it's kind of like a little village. It's called Village Walk, and you have the fountain out in front, so you can hang out there and go down your elevator and go to a multitude of restaurants.
Oh my goodness, everything is right there, all the best food. That's where they keep it, that's where they hide it. What's crazy about this is a top floor unit. I mean, that does not look like a top floor unit, but this is a penthouse unit on the top floor in Little Italy, and it's under 600 grand.
Yeah, and these are rare. These top floor ones don't come up too often. There's only a handful in the building, but you can see it gets, what makes it unique is it gets great natural light. You have another bay of windows above that photo that you're showing there. So, and it's got 2 balconies, one big balcony upstairs. So you have all these different spaces to entertain, and it's great.
Yeah, terrific. I love the high ceilings. It really provides a lot of volume for your experience being in this space. And as you said, at 1,000 square feet, that also gives you that additional volume, so you don't feel like it's 1,000 square feet. I mean, look at this, the way this space opens up here, and all the natural light coming in from those high ceilings, again adds to the volume.
And I mean, it's in the heart of Little Italy, and I was here at this listing last week. It's quiet. Like, you're up in this unit, and for being in the middle of everything, you just don't hear it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks over the Columbia Street corridor, so that's the quieter side. And I sold this place to the owners about 3 years ago, and they've had about 30 people inside the home entertaining guests. So, even though it's about 1,000 square feet, the way it's laid out, you can, entertain in different areas.
Is this an actual view from the unit right
That's
here?
the actual view from the patio.
That is amazing.
Yeah, so you're looking right down 2 blocks away from the famous Mercado farmers market, probably arguably the best farmers market in town.
A lot of people think that, and I would agree 100%. If you have the opportunity to make it to that farmer's market, you absolutely should. Sundays, right? Sundays?
Yep. No,
Saturdays.
Saturdays, that's right. No, it's
Saturdays.
Saturdays. It's Saturday mornings, yeah. And so It's tough for people to come and park there on Saturdays, but
Yeah.
not you if you live there.
Right. Well, and now they have one on Wednesdays, so
Is that
during
right?
the week, so kind of a midweek, smaller version of the Saturday. But yeah, high volume ceilings. They put, custom light fixtures in there, all from Pottery Barn, and it's that open concept. It's a 1 bedroom plus a den. So
Okay.
you have a den, and it has an unusual amount of counter space. So if you like to cook, it's got a gas range,
A really big kitchen
new
area.
appliances. Yeah, it's ready to go, turnkey.
Yeah, this is a great property here. That gives you an idea. Look how big that kitchen is.
Yep.
I mean, you're in a penthouse on the 6th floor in Little Italy, at 1,000 square feet, and look at how well laid out this is that you get that big of a kitchen. I mean, most of the times, 1,000 square foot condos, you're going to have a very minimal kitchen.
Yeah.
Right.
You do not have that in this case. This is a big honking kitchen, just like you're in a big, huge house here. Really, really great setup.
Tons of prep space. If you don't like cooking, well, you can just go out and go to the restaurant.
Yeah, I was going to say, you definitely don't need to cook in this location if
right.
you don't want to.
Yep.
You do not have to, but you can see here as we have multiple photos of the kitchen space and area. It opens up to the dining space and to the living room and to all that natural light that pours in through those high ceilings. It's just gorgeous. And so this one here, you also of course have your in-unit washer and dryer,
Right.
which is great.
And it's priced under $600,000, which is it's hard to find.
Yeah, I mean, find me a better deal, please.
Yeah.
Pretty please. Show me a better deal than this in downtown. Show me a better deal than this in Little Italy. Show me a better deal than this, period. That is just where you're getting this kind of value, this kind of design, this kind of space, and the little things that may go overlooked, like the arch in the door there and the coat closet. I mean, those little details, I love that
Yeah,
stuff.
it's got a lot of character. We've held it open 2 weekends in a row, and we've had a lot of people come through. We've seen an offer already, and we're not quite there, but I would suggest if you have interest in this one, don't wait too long, because I don't expect this one to hang around too long.
This one won't last. Here's a good view from the kind of the top of the stairs where you can get a good look at the whole unit. I mean, what a great use of space here. And then you can peer into the master bedroom there, off to the right, where you have your ensuite. And also high ceilings as well in that room.
Yeah, and an unusually large closet. The closet was modified. At one time, there was a kind of a architectural detail above the kitchen where there was an indentation where you could put a vase or some kind of art sculpture or something like that, and they modified that to expand the closet space. So it really has a great amount of storage, and you have the double vanity upstairs, and it's just really, I think, a great setup. And
you have 2 decks on this property, so you have one down below and then
Right.
one on the upper
Yeah.
floor here as well.
the one upstairs is larger, and your guests can bypass going into the bedroom area. So if you didn't make your bed, well, no worries. You can, your guests don't have to see that.
What a cool design, man.
It
This
really
is a heck of a listing that you have here. And here's that bigger patio view from the top here.
Yeah, you usually just don't get anything over 800 square feet in those areas, let alone over 1,000. So
Yeah, and it's all about the location right here.
We're turning the heat up in here, Carrie. We're gonna have to flip the AC back on. Dang! Look at this. Here's another shot of that patio. So you have enough. That's basically a full-size outdoor couch right there. Give you an
Yep.
idea just how much space that you have in this great unit here in Little Italy for under 600 grand.
Yep.
What a great time. And there's the
front of the building.
there's the shop.
Yeah, it's 1501 India Street, and the unit number is 608. So
And that's what I found too, Coop, on the 6th floor. I lived in Park Terrace on the 6th
Yeah.
floor, and it was perfectly quiet.
Yep.
So I think that might be right at the right level where you're not going to get street noise, but you can still see and interact and be involved in
Right.
everything if you
Oh,
want
yeah.
to. All right, terrific. Well, let's talk about financing for this one, Coop. So
Let's do.
we've got a graphic here that will show you that will give you some details on this program if you qualify for the program. For the 100% financing, this property qualifies, this price point qualifies. Here's some of the details. Could walk us through this and remind us who qualifies.
Yeah, so we start out again. It's the professional loan. So you have the attorneys, accountants, doctors, dentists, airline pilots, the veterinarians, and nurse practitioners. They're the ones that qualify. We can go all the way up to 850. This is a lot, a long ways below that. But what's nice about this is there's no mortgage insurance associated with these programs either.
That's unbelievable.
So, a lot of times people are like, well, the rate's a little bit higher than, I could get 4.25%, well, yes, you could, but then you'd also have $400 a month in mortgage insurance on something like this. So this is getting you in zero down. As you can see, the interest rates right now are phenomenal. Under 4.5% on zero down, no MI is pretty incredible. And it allows you to hold on to some of this money so that you can make, any kind of minor improvements that you want. Maybe you want, to put your own stamp on a bathroom, a kitchen, something like that. Instead of spending 3% or 5% for a down payment, which in this case is, anywhere from 18 to, 25,000. Now you have that money that you can utilize for furniture, for all those things when you buy a house that you need to have.
Right.
And it makes a big difference. And it's really, the rates are just phenomenal right now, so it's a great time to come in. And as you can see, you can get into a penthouse in Little Italy, zero down, including HOA fees. All right, you're at about $4,200 a month.
That's all in.
That's all in.
Yeah. And I was going to mention on the HOAs, under $600 a month, which is moderate for downtown. This is a lower density community, so you're dividing the costs among a smaller denominator. But you do get something for that. It pays for some of your utility costs, your water, hot water, your gas. You have a gas range in there. And then you have a gym. It's a secure access building. You have underground parking. So there's definitely some tangibles. Plus that covers the maintenance, exterior maintenance on the building, and the insurance.
It's just not that expensive, though. Really, for a penthouse, spot in Little Italy, under $600 is not bad for HOA fees.
No, that's a smoking hot deal, and Brent is the listing agent on that one. That is his listing there in Little Italy. So, Brent, if someone wanted to contact you about this particular listing, I know it's going to move quickly. What's the best way for them to get a hold of you?
I would say give me a call. My number is 858-531-8785. It's easy to show. If I can, have a little bit of notice, I'll try to get you in right away. But, the owners live there, so I have to give a little bit of notice. But, it's easy to show.
Terrific stuff. All right, we got more for you. That's just the beginning. We're just getting started here. Let's go to Scala Circle. This one, what I love about Scala is just watching this community over time, because I almost bought in there right before the crash. This is 2005, 2006 when I first moved here. I looked at this community and I was like, I love this. And I think it was brand new at that time. In fact, they were still building portions of it. And I'm glad I didn't, because at that time they were all in the 700s.
Yeah, they were
and
expensive.
stuff. And they dropped all the way down in the crash to like the 500s. And now we're kind of right in between that. But this is a beautiful community. Brent, tell us about this one here.
Yeah, Scala, this is a Compass listing.
Okay.
Peggy Foose is the listing agent on this one, but over 1,500 square feet. And it feels like a home, even though it is a condo. But the community itself, it's an amenity-rich community. You have a great pool and gym, all these things. But you have the location. You're centrally located right in Mission Valley area. And
right in the heart of Mission Valley.
Right in the heart of Mission Valley, yep. And so it's, it was built in 2005, so it's, not old construction by any means, so you have some of the newer features, but, it has that kind of townhome feel to it, and
lots of amenities there as well.
It does.
Just littered with amenities and dog runs and exercise opportunities and pools and everything you can think of here.
Yeah, it's priced in the low 600s at $618. It's a 2-bedroom with an optional bedroom, so it's 2 plus a den. That could be a 3rd bedroom, and 2 full baths.
Yeah, I think this is the den here, which, as you can see, is a really good size. Could easily function as a bedroom.
Yeah, you can see that little area where they put the desk. You could easily put a Murphy bed in there to optimize the space.
Yeah, really nicely taken care of here, it looks like, as well, this property.
Yep, newer floors, custom lighting, new paint. This one looks ready to go.
Yeah, really nice one. So what did you like about this one, Brent, particularly for bringing on the show? You see a lot of value here in this one?
Yeah, I just think it's great for somebody that, as far as the affordability factor, the square footage and bang for the buck, the price per square foot, and the location.
Yeah.
It's turnkey. You can move right into it, and the fees, they're moderate as well, but you get a lot for it. And again, the finishes are up to date, modern, and it's really what buyers are looking for.
Newer, good location, affordable price,
Yep.
lots of amenities, walkability.
That's the nice thing up there. I mean, they have everything.
Yep.
I mean, it's almost like being in Vegas at a resort in the summer. I mean, have you been through there? I mean, the pool parties,
It's awesome. Yes,
So.
I would say it's probably a younger crowd-ish, but an active crowd.
Yeah, and I was going to choose a property at Cerrito. Cerrito is kind of a newer
True.
concept to this, with even more modern features. But this one's been updated, and I chose this one because bang for the buck and price per square foot, it's a great deal.
Yep. No, it's a smoking deal. This is a red-hot smoking deal here for practically a new property. I mean, hey, look at this kitchen too as well.
Yeah.
Really nicely laid out, and that's the structure and the coloring and what everyone's looking for right now.
Timeless.
Yeah, very modern look there. You can see you got a lot of space in this kitchen, and it's a really good use of your 1,500 plus square feet here. And I can't tell if it's just tiling or what they have there, but they have sort of like a brick backsplash, and it's in a couple different places, and I just love it.
Yep.
It's back. Yeah, you can see it back there as well, in the dining space right off the kitchen. But you really do get kind of everything that a lot of buyers are looking for here.
Yep.
You really get to have it all without having to pay an arm and a leg. And the nice thing also about being in Mission Valley is that you're an Uber ride from everything in downtown to SeaWorld to the beaches. You're all of a sudden it's easy for you to get a lot of places where you don't have to deal with parking, where you can go to where the hot spots are, where you can get to the beach on the weekend and get dropped off. And it's an easy kind of deal for you, not expensive at all. So you get a lot of benefits from that location.
Or public transportation. You have trolley access right there, and if you wanted to go downtown or wherever you wanted to go, and soon you'll be able to go up to UCSD. So all of those things I think are big pluses.
Yeah, they're working on that right now. That is definitely going down.
Yep.
Which is exciting,
Yeah.
and they're talking about finally getting some out to the airport as well. So
That would make sense, wouldn't it?
yes, I'm going to go with yes on that.
Let's get some of this public trans to go to the airport, folks. But here you can see big master bedroom with the ensuite. Just they've really designed this well. And in your other bedroom, also really great size bedroom and natural light as well there.
Yep, and then again, the common areas, that pool they have there is just fantastic. So I'm sure that's getting a lot of use nowadays. Now this one does have stairs. There's the pool.
Boom.
Lap pool. So
yeah, they have a decent time, I think, out at this pool. Right next to the clubhouse.
Oh, yes.
Big old hot tub there as well. Gym.
That's what's so nice. I mean, it's
tennis courts.
So you get a lot of bang for your buck with the HOA fees in this one.
Yeah, you actually get your full value here. Play area for the kids also covered from the sun. Big dog run areas. There's an enclosed dog park area there as well. So you really do get quite a bit at this property.
Yeah, it checks a lot of the boxes that the urban buyer is looking for. So,
no question.
If you're comparing this to downtown, it's I think it stands out as a really good value because you get a lot of square footage and you have that same walkability.
It's so central.
100% agree. Well, let's take a look at the financing on this one, Coop.
Sounds good.
$618 is what they're asking. So if you pay full asking price, this is what you'd be looking at.
Yeah, and it looks like insurance is a little high on that, so you'd probably knock off $50 from that as well. So about 4125, 4130 is what you'd be looking. Zero down on this, 1,500 square feet. With all those amenities.
This is your all-in payment here.
Yeah, so it's that it makes a lot of sense for a property like this.
Yep, terrific. And this is opportunities again. Tell us who qualifies for this loan program.
Again, it's the attorneys, the accountants, doctors, dentists, veterinarians, nurse practitioners, the pilots as well, airline pilots. So, yeah, any of those professions, this is really a great opportunity. You only need, for 100% financing, you only need a 720 credit score, all right? 5 years from a foreclosure or bankruptcy, 5 years, not 7 like the traditional. Yeah. It's incredible. 3 months reserves. 3 months. That's all you need after closing costs, because there's no down payment. All of if you want to have someone pitch in for the closing costs, gift funds. You can have non-occupant co-borrowers, so maybe you don't qualify, so you can have your parents co-sign for you. This program is set up to help people that are just getting started in those professions, and they do everything they can to make them qualify.
All right, it's terrific stuff. As you can see there, under $4,200 a month, you get it. It's all yours. All right, Brent, let's jump to the next one here. We're going to go to Atlanta Drive. Where is this one, Brent?
That's in El Cerrito. That's a really
nice.
hot little pocket right off of El Cajon Boulevard, just west of San Diego State. So a lot of charm to the homes in that area, and this home is very charming. It was built in the 1950s. I will say a lot of the homes over in El Cerrito are kind of reminiscent of some of the Kensington homes that were built in the 1930s that are Spanish style. This one is not. This was the 1950s, but very, very charming. Easy access, again, to the urban corridor there, and a little bit east of Talmadge. So it's just really the next neighborhood east of Talmadge.
Okay.
So Talmadge is red hot right now. Kensington, prices have escalated over there. And
Kensington is insane.
yeah, so
Dude.
if you
Boom is
Right.
right. Holy
okay,
smoly.
so do the math on this one. It's 1,700 square foot. This is not my listing. This is a K West Real Estate. This is their listing, but I think it's a great buy. And
What's it listed for?
It's listed for $645.
Okay, so $645. Give us the rundown on how many bedrooms, bathrooms.
Yeah, so it's a 3-bedroom and it's a 2-bath, but it's 1,703 square feet. So it's one of the larger properties that I have on my list here, and bang for the buck. Clean. It's got a lot of charm to it. I think El Cerrito is a neighborhood that if you're looking at Talmadge and some of those areas and you want that urban feel, it's a must see.
Yeah.
So
This is definitely one of those the next area to blow up. It flows out.
it already is. Yeah. So the bus is leaving the depot so word is out, and I think if you're looking at homes, El Cerrito should be on your list. But there's some quiet little pockets over there, and you would never know they were there, unless you were going down some of those streets.
Yeah. So this is 92106, I think.
Yes.
92106, and really cool, like old style. This is the charm that when people say, we really want a place with charm, with character. This is what they're talking about. They want a place like this that has a story to it, but has some of the modern things that people like the farm sink and the vaulted ceilings and the bright open setup.
Open concept, yeah.
It's kind of got all of those things. I really like this. I think you nailed it with this one. This is in a tremendous value, especially at 1,700 square feet.
Yeah.
It's incredible. Yeah, that's just phenomenal.
And
huge.
it's a single family home, so you don't have the HOA fees, and
yeah, that makes a big difference.
it does.
Although you have to maintain the property.
Correct.
And like everyone forgets that you don't just buy a house and then there's no maintenance stuff. But in this particular case, it's phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you just don't see them that big usually. And look at this. Look at this master bedroom. Holy smokes. It's huge.
Vaulted ceilings, great natural light, and just
God, those ceilings are phenomenal.
yeah.
Yeah, that's huge. And most of the times you don't really get a true master in these kinds of homes.
Yeah.
You get one bedroom that's maybe 14 by 12 and the other ones are, 12 by 12 or, it's like you barely get a little extra elbow room in the master. Not in this one, man. This is a lot of space. You could have a couch in there and all kinds of stuff you wanted to.
Yeah, so this one's only been on the market for a week, but I'll tell you, homes in El Cerrito, they don't last long. So, these are ones that, if you're thinking about it, well, think about it sooner than later, and I would take action on it. So.
Yeah, get a hold of Brent.
Yeah,
Please.
Take a look.
Get in on
Yeah,
this.
Get in
love
there.
to show it to you.
Yeah, get in there and look at this one. This is one where definitely would look at a lot of value here. And this property is also in great shape.
Yeah, it appears that way. So,
Yeah.
I haven't had an inspection on it, but it looks really good, looks clean. And, it's got, like I said, the charm with a lot of the built-ins. And
The light is what really is phenomenal in this house.
well, good photos,
Yeah.
too, help. But
Big bedrooms, too. All of them. That's really surprising, to be honest with you. In these older homes, there's typically, you don't see that in these craftsman-style homes. And they've updated some things, on this property as well. Not updated everything, so there's still a little room to put your own touch in there. But I just like the fact that you're able to get 1,700 square feet
yeah.
and to get a true master
Yeah.
and to get the natural light and to get the more open concept. And by the way,
There you go.
you got a yard here too.
Yeah. Great yard and
And a flat lot,
usable.
which is nice. Yeah.
Super rare in this area. So $645 is the asking price on this one. And by the way, a garage. What?
Yeah.
Two-car garage. new
Okay, I
garage
want it.
door.
I want it.
I was gonna say, wait a minute, a 2-car garage on this thing, because that's also rare. So you get a lot.
Yeah, and it's a slightly elevated lot, so you have a bit of privacy there. And
It helps with the views as well, which is nice, and just tons and tons of charm on this one. All right, Coop, let's.
Again, yeah, the professional loan, the zero down. So we've got the attorneys, accountants, dentists, doctors, airline pilots, the veterinarians, and the CPAs. This is a phenomenal deal.
Even the
zero
CPAs
down.
get this one?
CPAs.
Oh man, that's awesome.
Yeah. So I mean, as you can see, you're at $39.50, zero down, on a 1,700 square foot single family residence. Boom.
Yeah.
I mean,
in
that-
Cerrito. I mean, like,
yeah.
right there, in the thick of things, and this is all in. This is including everything. There's
Everything.
no additional mortgage insurance that gets added to this or anything like that. This
Property
is
taxes, insurance included in this payment. I mean, this is it. This
Yep.
is what you can expect. And I mean, you'd be renting this house for probably more than that.
well, it's a great conversation for rent versus own, because you probably, after taxes and everything like that, and your benefit of ownership, you're probably pretty close there.
Yeah, this is a phenomenal deal. This is one where I wish I was an attorney or a CPA.
You're gonna pull the trigger on this one.
They don't give the bank employee loans. Yeah, we don't get the same deal.
Pull the trigger! If you're looking in that area, if you want to be, in that Talmadge area or just east of it here in El Cerrito, this is just a smoking deal.
It is.
But we're not done. We
you're not.
have
Oh, no.
we have 2 more. So let's do Ibsen Street next. Give us the rundown on that one, Brent.
Okay, so this one's not my listing. This is a Berkshire Hathaway listing, but this one here is in Point Loma, and Point
Okay.
Loma, as we know, is one of the hottest neighborhoods around.
100%.
And hard to find properties, under 900,000, let alone under 800,000 in Point Loma. But this
This
is
is under 800,000.
this is under 800,000, priced at $799, and it's a little bit different than the other ones that we looked at, because this one is a fixer. So I would say this is a contractor special. It's kind of ripe for someone to put their personal touch on it. But I think, I know, Cooper, you have programs that would.
We do, yeah. I mean, we do. So we have construction loans, and the nice thing is we have construction loans for non-owner occupied properties as well.
That's cool.
So, it does require, a 25% contribution for the investment properties. But you can get, great construction loans, renovation loans, on something if you were going to purchase it to either rent or maybe purchase it to flip.
So would a property like this not qualify for the 100%?
Well, I think it still would.
You do?
The only issues, you have to be a little careful on a contractor special that the appraisal, the appraiser notes something on the appraisal. All of the appraisals have to go through secondary review on this, on the professional loan program.
So maybe that one, we're not sure about that one.
We're not 100% sure. There's a good chance it would still, potentially qualify, but you have to be a little careful on real contractor specials, fixer-uppers, because if something is noted on the appraisal or the appraisal review, it will kick it out.
It'll kick it out. Okay, so we'll be careful on that program for this one, but great value. What you're saying here is, hey, listen, everyone wants to get into Point Loma.
Yeah.
The hard part is a turnkey house hits the market in Point Loma, and see ya later. People have the gun loaded, they're ready to go. So when you have an opportunity for a fixer, and a lot of people actually have turned to that, especially the ones who are looking in Point Loma, they've turned to the idea of, well, let's find a fixer then.
Yep.
Because that's the next step. Like, okay, we can't get a turnkey. People are paying cash, millions of dollars, crazy stuff. How do we get in? And this is the way you can do it. And this property has great bones, and is at a great starting price where it makes sense.
It is. Well, and one of the big things with this one that really caught my attention, it's on a 7,000 square foot lot. So,
Ooh, wow.
So when you have a 7,000 square foot lot, there's a lot of options, and I know, accessory dwellings,
Yeah.
and those are really hot commodities over in Point Loma. That could be an option.
For sure.
There's a lot of different, options with this one. As far as it's got great curb appeal, the home already, and there probably is some cosmetic issues or some issues going on here and there. But as far as it actually appraising, I don't think it's going to have a problem appraising. But you can see the lovely wallpaper. There's some cosmetic things that probably
Yeah,
need
I mean, looking
some
through these
updating.
photos, yeah, it seems like, it would be able to go through on the professional loan, which is another great opportunity, right? So you get in zero down, and then you save all that money to do the cosmetic work on a home like this.
That's true. That's exactly right. Yeah, so you have the money to do something like that. And we don't know the extent, obviously, we haven't inspected the property.
Correct.
We're not 100% sure whether it would qualify for the program or, what might be wrong with it potentially. And we don't know on any property, really.
Right.
But it appears to have really great bones.
Yep.
And doesn't seem as though there's anything too out of whack. Just it needs some TLC. It needs someone to come in and say, all right, hey, listen, we're ready to put our touch on this one and set up. And it looks to me, although I don't know exactly the layout of this house, it looks to me like there's a few things maybe you could open up, and you could really get creative with this property if you wanted to.
Well, and the location, you're literally across from Liberty Station, so you have that urban walkability. Now, I will say right there in Loma Portal, you do get some plane noise, but with that, it's likely the home could qualify for the Quieter Home program. And with that, if it does qualify, then windows, doors, and air conditioning could be replaced. And
they're paid for.
And they're paid for, and it's it's because it's in proximity to the flight path.
Okay, well, if that's the case, that would save you a lot of money on your reno.
There you go.
There you go.
So that's
I
another
mean,
reason why I
dang.
chose this one, because it's like, okay, well, all things considered, if that's in the process and it qualifies, well, that could be, an added value.
Big added value. Here's we check out the rest of the kitchen, and you can see it. It definitely needs some work. But nice big bedrooms here too, which I like. The ensuite here and this master setup, which is cool. You could do a lot to sort of rearrange and restructure the way that this is set up here right now.
It's quite a color scheme there.
Yeah, and this house was built in 1931.
Wow.
And so the home hasn't been on the market in 70 years. So,
Wow.
So again,
70 years.
And a 7,000 square foot lot, I mean, that is, that's hard to find.
Yeah, especially in Point Loma.
Yep. And I believe it has alley access, so it could be
Oh, wow.
ideal for having a accessory dwelling.
Yeah, and there's that space where you have, is that a detached garage there?
It is.
Okay, so you have a detached garage there, which you could make into a granny flat or something like that if you wanted to. You could build onto that if you want to. Obviously, you need permits and things like that. But you also have a nice flat piece of ground here where you could expand the house if you wanted to, or talk about an ADU.
Yeah, because it is, it's a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, but, easily with that big of a lot, you have a little more
Yeah.
room to grow.
Well, that'd be a fun project. What do you say, guys?
Do we go thirds on this? I mean, I'm telling you, my guess is that they are getting activity. You said it's been on the market
A week.
A week?
Yeah.
My guess is that they're getting a lot of showings, getting a lot of phone calls.
They are.
Well, I had
They
to
have
choose
to be.
some alternative backup options for our list because I thought this one might be pending this morning.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
Yeah, I think this is one, there's just so many people who want to be in this area. The piece of ground there is just worth so much.
It is.
It's
Yeah.
unbelievable how badly people want to be in Point Loma.
The peninsula is just about as close to an island as you can get. And
Well, and right next to Liberty Station.
Yeah.
I mean, they have everything there.
yeah, how fun
mean-
is Liberty Station?
Oh yeah, I love it. We go there all the time for the lot. I mean, they have the festivals, all the restaurants.
The Loma Club, all the
Oh
restaurants.
gosh, the
Yeah.
Loma Club is
Fun for our kids.
Yeah, they'd run
Yeah.
around like holy terrors
Oh,
out
yeah.
there on that golf course.
Telling you. Yep.
The Rock Church is also right
Yep.
there.
Yep.
It's one of the biggest congregations in all of San Diego County. So you have a lot of things there. And here, this gives you an overhead shot. Look at that lot. I mean,
Yeah.
look at that thing. I mean, that is something. You could really do something with that. You could come in and knock this whole house down if you wanted to. And you could build something probably pretty special. I'd be curious to know what the height restrictions are. But,
Yeah.
I mean, even just going with an expected 20 or 22
30
feet or
feet,
whatever
what
it
is
is,
it?
30
yeah,
feet.
30 feet in Point Loma, but I don't know if this
Yeah.
is allowable on that lot.
Yeah.
You are near the flight path, so we'd have to look in that. You do have to go through coastal.
Yeah, well, you couldn't build it 200 or 300 feet high. That's for sure.
Nope.
No high rises
Yeah.
going in here.
Yeah.
But I mean, you could build it up into a 2-story,
Yeah.
no doubt. And really maximize square footage and views
Yep.
that you might get from there.
You
so
might. Yeah. You
It's a
might
great-
get some
yeah.
views towards downtown. At least at Liberty Station.
Yeah, I don't see that one lasting.
no, nothing does over there. It just doesn't.
Yeah, and you have those charming streets that have the gas lamps right there in Loma Portal. Nice wide streets.
And all the kids over there now too. It's great. If you've got a family or thinking about a family.
Yeah, schools are rated high over there.
And the Christmas light celebrations over there are
Yep.
epic.
They are.
Bingo. All right, so we got one more on the list.
Yes.
Let's jump to that one. This one is Lake Shore Drive in the
Yeah.
92119. Tell
Yeah.
us why you picked this one, Brett.
I love that location. It's just, I think, pretty special for San Diego. There's not a lot of areas in San Diego where this house actually, the backyard backs up to Lake Murray. So, there's an overhead shot where you'll see it, but pretty special that Lake Murray Park. You have great baseball fields, great, community, central space. There you go.
Wow.
So that backyard
that.
backs up to that. So just stroll out there and
That'd be a nice walk in the morning.
great walk in the morning. Take your dog out there, or
You kidding me, man? This
yeah.
is gorgeous. Now this one is listed for $829, I think.
this one's $829. This is the highest price on our list today, so it definitely qualifies. But bang for the buck, at 2159 square feet. It's large, single level, ranch style. That's what people are looking for.
And nicely updated as well.
Very nicely updated.
Yep. This one was built in the 60s, 1966. But you can see they have done some, updating in there.
The single level homes are nice as well.
Single story is a really big deal. It's always funny. I was in Missouri for a week and always looking at real estate, talking to my uncle who's a real estate agent, and talking about it. I said, and I asked that question. I said, are people here like infatuated with single story homes? No.
Yeah.
No, not really. There's a lot of ranches with walkout basements there. That's kind of what a single
Gotcha.
story
Right.
is there. You need a basement because there's tornadoes.
Yeah, right.
So, they got to have that. But the people aren't as concerned about it there. And I thought, well, that's so interesting. Because we seem to be a much more vibrant, culture here than back home.
Fit, you can say it.
Absolutely.
Maybe it's all our outdoor activities that we do. We blow out ACLs left and right. And, we need, that single level. Who knows?
Well, I think we have some retirees here probably more so than some of these other areas.
But like even myself, that's what we want. We want a single level.
Yeah.
why? What are we doing? I mean, I don't know. It's just convenient. We don't. Maybe we're just so spoiled that we don't want stairs in our life.
I'll tell you why. Is
you know
chasing
what?
toddlers around up and down stairs can be tiring.
This is a
I
good
could
point.
tell you from experience.
And this has that mid-century feel
Does.
to it, the design concept. I mean, you could really mid-mod this out if you went and got, because like I look at the lamp and look at some of the things with the curtains. If you really wanted to go and get mid-mod furniture, this could be a totally dialed-in mid-century modern property very easily, just because
100%.
it's already set up that way.
Yep, 100%. This is San Carlos, so you're 15 minutes from anywhere.
Great schools.
Yeah, great schools. So basically, you're exiting right there off College and going north, up and over the hill, right up and over Madra, and that's where Lakeshore Drive, it turns into Lakeshore Drive, and that's just easy access. Or you can go out the other way down Lake Murray, and you're 15 minutes or so from anywhere.
And what's interesting is you can see they kept some of these original elements here on this one, like these little rails that are there that today you would be like, no one would ever do that. You would never put a rail there. I don't know why they thought they needed to, corral you into one specific way to enter in and out of a room. But there's things like that, so you could keep that and really make the mid-mod charm it up. Or you could easily remove those and open it up and modernize it a little bit.
Yeah.
It is nice open floor plan, so it looks like, so not a whole lot of wasted space.
Yeah.
Is this a 4-bedroom, Brent?
So yes, it's a 4-bedroom, 3-bath, 2-bath, and again, you have the square footage. It's over 2,000 square foot, 2,159 square feet. And so homes over there in San Carlos, again, oftentimes you find those ranch-style homes. But I chose this one because it does back up onto the lake. A couple of years ago, there was one available that I know we were showing my brother-in-law, and when they were thinking about buying. But since then, prices have gone up dramatically. I think that unique little pocket and the lifestyle that surrounds that area, it's pretty special. So
Yep, people are definitely digging it. That's for sure. And it's such a great neighborhood. Overall, from the local grocery stores to the people walking around that you'll see running around the lake every day.
Yep.
The great schools and daycares, by the way, that are in that area.
Yep.
Just creates it's a bubble. It really is.
Yep.
It's totally a bubble. People love it, and that's what causes prices to go higher in real estate.
Right.
When there's bubbles, people don't want to leave. Prices go higher there.
Well, and you think Mission Trails, they've announced that they're going to be expanding Mission Trails. The entrance to Mission Trails is within walking distance from here.
Nice.
And Cowles Mountain, all that stuff. So if you're an outdoor person, you want mountain bike or hike, and you do all these things, you want to get out on the lake, you have all these things to explore, and that's pretty unique.
Yeah, that is. It's a great location.
Yeah, plus you're an Uber ride to downtown.
Yep. I love this room here too. This is just sort of like looks like a bonus room or
Solarium.
yeah, solarium. Nice natural light coming in. Go in there to cool off. You got the tile floors.
Have a little sweet tea.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there you go. Yeah, look at the lake.
Yep, tremendous.
Now, if it's too hot to be sitting outside, well, you have AC in there to keep it cool.
You got the fan you can run as well.
Yep, you got your drought tolerant landscaping, so your water bill stays low.
And you can grow anything right here, though. I tell you that right now. You get great sun over there. You can grow anything you want. Beautiful setup. Looks like a newer roof as well. Just a gorgeous property.
Yeah.
I love this one. I love the picture perfect front yard as well. The landscaping there.
That's nice.
That is really, really something. A lot of curb appeal here, and that proximity to the lake is great because you get an additional breeze off of that, and additional fun things you can do at the lake. So there's just a lot that comes with that, which is great. As you can see here, a nice overhead drone shot of the neighbors, and neighbors have a pool. Just saying.
There you go.
It's the best pool to have.
Right.
Neighbor's pool.
The one where you don't have to pay the bills, but you can create some friends and have a good time. Really nice yard area as well here. It's been maintained, fenced, and let's just show you those trails we were talking about, and the golf course. It's not far away. So lots of fun to be had at this property here. Let's jump into the financing. This is our last one, so this is the last great hot deal that qualify for this special financing program. So Coop, tell us on this one, Lakeshore Drive, what we're going to be looking, because this is the highest price one we've seen so far. So what's the damage, Coop?
It is. So on something like this, did we send the form over?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So
Pull it up, Gary. There you
yeah.
go.
So you're looking, I mean, this one's a little more expensive, but you know, you got to think you're getting into something zero down about $830,000. So having said that, you're still right around $5,000 a month all in. That includes property taxes and property insurance as well. So, you know, if you do qualify, again, the professional loans for the doctors, attorneys, CPAs, dentists, veterinarians, airline pilots, and the nurse practitioners. But if you do qualify for this, it's a wonderful opportunity to go ahead, get something zero down, rates under 4.5%. You don't need really much reserves. It can all be gift funds for closing costs. You can have co-signers. You know, 720 FICO score is a minimum. It's just really a great program that helps these professionals who are just getting started get into these types of homes.
And correct me if I'm wrong, Cooper, but could you say, hey, listen, I want my payment to be $4,500. You could put down whatever you need to. You don't have to do zero down, right?
Well, here's a nice thing about these programs and Flagstar Bank in general. So let's say you come in, you do zero down, all right? A year later, you've saved up some money and you're like, geez, you know what? I want to lower my payment. You can go ahead and do a lump sum and they'll recast your loan. So you'll get a lower payment based on whatever, you know, you're paying your loan balance down to.
Gotcha. Wow.
So it's not every bank does that. And it is, you know, somewhat unique to Flagstar, especially on the jumbo or the portfolio products. But that allows you then, once you do have money, you can come in and pay it down and your payment goes down. You know, so it's somewhat the best of both worlds. So you don't have to spend that money. You're just getting started. Okay, I have that money. I'm ready for a lower payment. Here, I'm going to pay a big chunk of this
That's
down.
an awesome option. I like it. I like it. And I'll tell you what I like, Brent, all the deals that we talked about today. I mean, you're listing on India Street, smoking hot deal, penthouse, 6th floor in the heart of Little Italy, under 600,000.
Yeah.
Bonkers opportunity, great layout. Never seen such a cool layout in 1,050 square feet. And then the Scala property, just awesome. Everything everybody wants, location, newer, amenities, you name it, it has it.
Low HOAs.
Low HOAs, lots of value
Lots
from
of value
the
for
HOA.
that HOA.
Tons.
Yep.
And you're in the heart of Mission Valley. Atlanta Drive, also a great deal just east of Talmadge there in El Cerrito. Ibsen Street. Hey, that one, we're all shocked if it's still on the market because although it didn't look pretty,
Yeah.
that ground is worth $800,000.
Yeah,
I'm telling you.
You can see the charm. You know the neighborhood. It's maybe the worst house in the best neighborhood.
Yep.
So
It's a fixer-upper special. Where's
It
Chip
is.
and Joanna? Get in over here. Come on.
Exactly.
Get in here. We need you. And then Lakeshore Drive there is just a beautiful turnkey property in a great area near Lake Murray and San Carlos. So we were able to break these down for you. So, hey, there it is. The key to homeownership is taking action, right? What are the possibilities? That's what we're trying to show you on this program. So there's ways that you can own a home. We want to encourage people to stop renting, to stop throwing your money away, and look at the opportunities that are about there in the market. I know it's tough if you just go to Redfin or whatever and you start looking at properties and it's like, oh my gosh, there's a million places for sale. That's what we're doing here. We're dissecting that for you. Brent is going in and looking, he's researching, and he's finding these are great values and great areas that qualify for the special financing that Cooper's Bank Flagstar offers. Guys, thank you so much for coming in today. Really appreciate your time. It's great to see you both.
Likewise, Derek.
And look forward to the next time. Hey, share this with your friends. Make them smarter than everyone else.